All our amazing servicemen and women, the true heroes. It's been such an honor, and we had a really great time.
Don't let me get emotional now. We have so much enjoyed our shows amongst America's heroes. You just saw it around the country. Today, we pay tribute to the Navy and our friends. Hi, guys, at the Navy base San Diego. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your service. And our Salute to Service Week continues tomorrow. We make a stop at the Marines and the Army and Space Force, wrapping up the week with the Air Force in Las Vegas. We salute America's heroes all week right here on First Take. Patrick Mahomes, Max thinks he's a hero, led the Chiefs to a 33-31 comeback win at the Panthers yesterday. Mahomes hit Tyreek Hill for the game-winning score in the fourth quarter. Mahomes is now 7-1 when trailing by double digits dating back to the 2019 playoffs. So he's basically the opposite of the Atlanta Falcons. Max, you're up first here. Are we taking Mahomes for granted?
Yes, we are. We're taking him for granted. The MVP, who's in the Mahomes? Who's going to win? The Chiefs. And you saw how open Tyreek Hill was there. I'm not going to deny that they scheme it up really well and he has weapons everywhere. I get that. But keep this in mind for a second. Year one for Mahomes as a starter, he threw 50 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. If not for a pre-snap penalty, he'd have won the Super Bowl because he'd have played the Rams and I believe won. If not for a pre-snap penalty in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots where Tom Brady threw an interception to end the game. Mahomes never got to touch the ball again. Otherwise, I'm telling you right now, that's Super Bowl win number one. But he didn't get it. He only threw 50 touchdowns to 12 interceptions and won the MVP. And the following season, his touchdown to interception ratio got better, and he won the Super Bowl MVP by calling his own number, dropping back like 15 steps and throwing the ball like 60 yards. Okay? That's what he just did. And so far this year, they're 8-1. 8-1. And he has thrown 24 touchdowns against one interception, which is the greatest of all time at this point in the season. Touchdown interception rate, 24-1. The one interception, by the way, was in the one game they lost. They were down 9, 4th and 7, and he throws an interception because he's trying to win the game. Like a kind of sort of interception. 24-1. This dude is yeah. I mean, like he threw an interception, but you see why.
Close games this season
but you see
for
why.
These Chiefs.
He is the best I've ever seen do it, and we're already in the territory with Mahomes where we're starting to look for like consolation prizes for everyone else. We're going to start to get because 50-12 MVP. Better touchdown interception ratio, Super Bowl MVP. This year, he's going to throw maybe 50-plus touchdowns, fewer interceptions, better touchdown interception ratio than either of the first 2 years, may win MVP and Super Bowl MVP. We're already approaching territory that we did with Jordan in the NBA where people would get like, oh, we can't give Jordan the MVP again. He's going to win the chip MVP anyway. All right, we'll give one to Barkley, we'll give one to Malone, we'll give one to whoever. Come on, stop. It was MJ every year back then. It's Mahomes every year now. The dude is the best I've ever seen do it. He's had the best start of his career of all time. He's the best in the NFL right now. And yes, he's being taken for granted.
Well, I disagree. And I will tell you that I'm not even sure he's the best ever yet. I think that he's phenomenal. I think he's great. And I do think that he should be the leading candidate for league MVP honors right now. But I think that I don't believe that I'm seeing things from him that I never saw from Aaron Rodgers. I don't believe that. I think Aaron Rodgers has been phenomenal. Okay, I'm talking about over the course of his career. Let's see if he continues to do what he's going to do, and we can have that discussion. But to sit up there and to say we're seeing things from Patrick Mahomes we have never, ever, ever seen from anybody else, I beg to differ. That's number one. Number two, even though I've got him number one in the league for league MVP right now, that certainly wasn't the case as a few weeks ago. Now, we saw Russell Wilson turn the ball over 4 times yesterday. We saw Aaron Rodgers obviously wet the bed against Tampa Bay. And that's where things change. But I would remind you that prior to those things, I think it was nip and tuck. I mean, when you look at Russell Wilson, he's completing over 71% of his passes. You look at Aaron Rodgers, yes, Patrick Mahomes, 25 touchdowns, just 1 interception, completing nearly 67% of his passes. You look at Aaron Rodgers, 24 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. He's completing 67.5% of his passes. Oh, by the way, those 2 interceptions that Aaron Rodgers had was against Tampa. Every other game this year, he has not thrown a single interception against anyone. The brother has been phenomenal. And so when I look at it from that perspective, again, I'm going to give Patrick Mahomes his props because I know the brother can play. But I'm also imagining, what if Aaron Rodgers had Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins and McCole Hardman and Travis Kelce? I mean, if he had all of those brothers plus a Clyde Edwards-Helaire, what would he be doing? I can ask that question since you and others have asked similar questions about other people in the past. Imagine if Aaron Rodgers, instead of the Green Bay Packers drafting his successor scheduled to play 3 to 4 years from now, instead of drafting a running back, or a wide receiver rather, what would have happened? We do recall that Green Bay had picks, all right, prior to A.J. Brown and D.K. Metcalf being drafted. They could have had themselves a D.K. Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers. What about that? I look at stuff like that, and I don't look at it as being as this divide that you try to hype and put forth. I just don't believe that. Patrick Mahomes is a stud. He's spectacular, and he should be the leading candidate for league MVP honors right now. But to act like he's doing stuff that we've never, ever, ever seen. Marino Ryan with Mark Superduper and Mark Clayton. Dan Fouts with Charlie Joyner and Kellen Winslow Sr. I mean, to sit there and act like Patrick Mahomes is doing something we've never seen. Max, I got news for you. He throws the football very damn well, which is what a quarterback's job is.
Rodgers is in the category with Mahomes.
Last time I checked, they did it. Those great quarterbacks that I mentioned did that, and Aaron Rodgers has done it with far less talent available to him. Floor is yours, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm with you. They're in the same category. Ryan, who's the best you've ever seen, though? If you had to say one.
No, I can't. They are 1A and 1B, and I was going to say that. Without a doubt, being on the field with Aaron Rodgers is different, right? Getting an opportunity to play. I mean, I got to play Tom Brady. I got to play Drew Brees. I felt like there were things that Tom Brady and Drew Brees could do schematically, that they can understand about our defense, their offense, where they could find ways to make plays. I felt like we could be absolutely perfect, which we were a few times against Aaron Rodgers and still get beat. I didn't feel that way when I played Drew Brees. I even didn't feel that way with Tom Brady, and they beat us all the time because he beat us here. From a talent standpoint, Aaron Rodgers is the best I'd ever played. And I would come on, and I would say it, and I would talk about it, and I would praise him, and I would rave about him. And then I saw Patrick Mahomes, and it was the first time in my mind I ever thought, this dude might be better, though. He might be able to do some things that Aaron Rodgers can't do. And what I have seen and what I have learned and what I have come to is that Patrick Mahomes is willing to try some things that Aaron Rodgers won't try or that Aaron Rodgers wouldn't try. Like, you remember when Aaron Rodgers would go to Seattle and he could go 4 quarters and never throw the ball to Richard Sherman's side? Patrick Mahomes isn't doing that. If Richard Sherman is lined up over Tyreek Hill and he's following Tyreek Hill in his prime, he was going to get a football. He was going to get an opportunity because Patrick Mahomes believed he was better than that guy. And the point we've gotten to is, Stephen A., you're right. Aaron Rodgers did some things. We got to this point with Aaron Rodgers, too, where Aaron Rodgers was always being compared to the best Aaron Rodgers had ever been. And we're the same way with Patrick Mahomes. We have Patrick Mahomes fatigue, but it took us 2 years. It didn't take us a career. It didn't take us a decade. It took us 2 years to get Patrick Mahomes fatigue. It took us 2 years to start rooting for the other great stories in football. Man, let's root for Russ. We want Russ to do it. And Russ is balling. But we wanted Russ to do it because we wanted to see something different. We felt like he deserved his time. Even though Patrick Mahomes only did it for 2 years. Last year, Lamar Jackson, we were like, ooh, Patrick Mahomes is hurt. We have never seen anybody play the quarterback position like this. Ooh, we got it. We love Lamar. And Lamar deserved it. But Josh Allen early on this year, or even Tom Brady when he starts creeping in. And now Aaron Rodgers is somebody we focus on again because he had a dip. Right? He had a dip, and now he has a story. Y'all drafted his successor. Y'all didn't get him weapons on the outside. And so now we look at the things that Aaron Rodgers does through a different prism. But Patrick Mahomes doesn't have that. He's still in the same place with all these great weapons and this great coach, and we do take him for granted.
Ryan, I co-sign everything you just said. We're on the same page about that, but I want to bring it to you, Stephen A. It's not just the weapons. Maybe if Rodgers had Andy Reid, right? Maybe if he had a quarterback whisperer like that throughout his career, it'd be different. But he didn't. He didn't. Like, the Tom Brady, Peyton Manning debate, It was Tom Brady had better coaching. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady was better when it counted most, but Peyton Manning was putting up much better numbers in the regular season. When Brady started putting up those Peyton numbers, it was like, okay, I guess the debate's over, right? Patrick Mahomes is like everyone rolled into one here. Yes, Rodgers and Mahomes are comparable. Stephen A., I agree. They're in their own category of everyone I've ever seen. Mahomes and Rodgers, 1A, 1B. I'm not saying Mahomes is so much different than Rodgers that way. I'm saying if I had to pick, I'll take Mahomes so far. I think the highest heights he's hit are even higher than Rodgers, but it's close that way. But Mahomes is also set up differently. He has a great coach, a quarterback-friendly coach. He has weapons everywhere. He is willing to take risks in ways that Rodgers probably isn't. I do agree with that assessment. He's a little more Favre in him, but without the mistakes that Favre made. He's set up in a way where already, the whole point is already there's the fatigue that Ryan mentioned. That's what I mean. MVP, Super Bowl MVP, might do it both already, so we're looking for sympathy awards for other players already.
Well, you can feel that way. I can tell you that here's what's embarrassing about ESPN. And I say ESPN because I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. And I've been on the record. I've pointed this out on many occasions in the past. You remember years ago when Brett Favre was playing and he tripped over and scoop an underhanded pass to a receiver, or he'll jump into the arms of his offensive lineman, and you had people all over ESPN. Oh, look at him. Look at him. I mean, he throws the ball underhanded. Oh, look at him jump in the arms of his offensive lineman. The little kid is still in him. It's never left. I mean, you had folks who were professional analysts fawning over Brett Favre, just embarrassingly, all right? And why do I bring that up? Because we're talking about Patrick Mahomes right now. Patrick Mahomes is a superstar. He is a stud. Now, he won a Super Bowl in his second season. His first season, he dropped 50 touchdowns on you. Second season, a 24-point drop from 50 to 26 touchdowns. But that's neither here nor there because he missed a game or two. Here's my point, though. What is it? And I appreciate your point, Ryan, about him taking chances that Aaron Rodgers may have never took. But I recall the personnel that you're working with having something to do with that. Yeah, he might not have thrown the Richard Sherman side of the ball, but who did he have? And so when I'm looking at it, I'm asking a simple question. When we see Patrick Mahomes, he tossed the ball sideways to somebody yesterday, or he throws an underhanded pass, whatever. Is there anything that y'all see Patrick Mahomes do in terms of flinging the football that you can definitively say you have never seen nor could ever see Aaron Rodgers do?
No one's saying that.
Yes or no?
Nobody's saying that.
And that's all I'm saying.
That.
So what I'm saying, to get to Max's point, hold on, Ryan. To get to Max's point, all I'm trying to say, don't come to me and tell me Patrick Mahomes is having a better year. Come to me to tell me he's utilizing the weapons. Don't come to me and tell me you're seeing things from him you have never seen, nor will ever see from Aaron Rodgers.
Not in terms of arm talent. Wait, not in terms of arm talent or intelligence. We agree, they're very comparable that way, but you just glossed over something. You just glossed over something that's important. Yes, Favre got a lot of credit. Look at him drawing up plays in the dirt, playing in the backyard. His teammates love him, underhanded, all that kind of stuff, right?
The kid never left. Let's not forget that line.
By the way, Stephen A., you and I were on New York radio with shows next to one another, and we lived through that whole thing, and we were saying the same thing we're saying now at the time. This is getting nauseating, right? But what if, this is what Mahomes is. Mahomes is everything you said about Rodgers, and he has that element of Favre minus the mistakes. He's having fun out there doing all these creative things with the arm talent, intelligence, but mistake-free football of Rodgers plus the fun of Favre. It's different, brother. It's like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers had a baby. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, that's personality. That's not game. I'm talking about game. But his personality is very much more attractive than Aaron Rodgers to the public.
Well, it's not even about the personality, though. That personality plays football, though. I think that's what you're missing. Yeah, it is personality, but it's the personality that I will roll left, throw back across my body, and get it to the middle of the field or the opposite hash to Tyreek Hill, which is something you teach everyone to never do at the quarterback position. But he believes in it. He thinks it's fun. He believes it'll work, and he does it. Those are not things that Aaron Rodgers does. Do I believe he can? Absolutely. But Patrick Mahomes does these things and utilizes these tools in effective ways. It's not just because it's cute. It's not just because it looked good. When he flipped the ball with his left hand against Denver, it wasn't because he thought it would be a cool thing to do. It's because if he had it in his left hand, that was the way he could get it out, avoid a sack, and get positive yardage. That's also part of how they play. If we put him in a throwing contest, I think it would be extremely close. I couldn't even tell you who would win. In accuracy, efficiency.
If y'all went to the archives, you would not see a thing that Patrick Mahomes has done that Aaron Rodgers hasn't done. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let me say a couple things
I
to
disagree
wrap
with
this
that.
up.
We'll see some things that he
Rick.
hasn't, but we'll see some things that Aaron Rodgers hasn't done, but we probably couldn't argue that he couldn't do them. That's two different things.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
A couple things before we go to break. So we are arguing essentially Russell Wilson versus Aaron Rodgers. According to Vegas, the odds right now, it goes Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. I do want to point out that Russell Wilson's been sacked twice as many times as Patrick Mahomes. So we talk about it's not apples to apples because Patrick Mahomes has better weapons, but also his O-line is playing much better in terms of protecting him.
Yeah, because you can't send the house after him because you got all those weapons to worry about.
I also want to add this. I'm going to save all the tape from the segment because Brett Favre will be on the show with us tomorrow. So I'm just going to hit play, and he's going to react to all of it. And I'm going to have my popcorn and sip my tea and be here for all of it.
I just want to say for the record, Favre was one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Listen, I thought you were going to talk about how he retired and unretired 80 times. I remember that when I was at NFL Network. We'll ask him about that, too. It's going to be fun tomorrow, so make sure you check us out. When we come back here on First Take, more to dive into. All Lamar does is